She fell, she fought, and in the end, she emerged victorious. This is the woman of today, and she is made of steel. Come and watch how she slays.
This is your favorite international radio network, 94.3 Radio 1. My name is Annie, and today's segment, She Slays. I've got two women who've been slaying it for a little over a year. Well, they gave up their corporate jobs. Khushi is what I'd like to believe it was. But they got into something that their heart really believed in, sustainability. And they came up with a brand called Verth, spelled as Verth. It's Shreya Kothari and Renata Millett from Jaipur on the show with me today on She Slays. Welcome, girls. So nice to have you.
Hi, Annie.
Thank you for having us. Hi.
Okay, I have to ask you about when you girls were convinced that, corporate jobs are not the way to go. There's a lot more we can do than just being stuck in a job. Renata, you can go first.
Yeah, I'll go first. So, our backgrounds have been in marketing and advertising. We worked in agencies before we started our business, and we had brands from various sectors, and we were talking about things and we were marketing things that brands ideally do very efficiently. They speak to people about what they're doing and how they want to grow in that particular. But then we realized that we have this power of communication and we have the right tools. Why cannot we just do something that makes sense for the future and can actually change the way we function, like on an everyday life? So we thought of doing something in the sustainable business, and we did a lot of research on what's the missing thing in the market, where are the gaps, and that's where we realized we need to build something that's affordable, because that's where you take the first step of changing. And then we came up with a subscription box. So that's how the idea.
Wow. Okay. Shreya, what has been your story?
So I think I am nothing against corporate jobs. I've had my fair share of experience and it was amazing. I've worked in Bombay for like almost 4-5 years, and I've worked with agencies. And I think working in these agencies given us that communication tool that we could utilize in building our brand. We won't deny that there are reasons that our brand established at a platform because we had these contact networks that we worked in past, right? It's more of utilizing and using those contacts or using those networking or communication skills to build this brand, right? Sure. So there was one thing that I come from a business family background. I was the first one to have do a job in my family. So I somehow, I love the idea of being in Bombay and doing everything by yourself, but somehow I knew this is not where I wanted to end up. I always wanted to start something of my own. It was a very random conversation with Renata, and I are masters friends. After that, we did not meet after the masters, but we've been social media friends. We've been in touch on and off. And there's this one, she had put up some story and then the conversation started, and we both, it's funny because it was like literally one Instagram conversation, next was a call, and third was I took a flight to Jaipur to meet her to discuss how we can do it. Literally August when we spoke.
Yeah, today is actually the day when we met.
When I went to Jaipur to discuss and brainstorm everything in person to see how much legit this idea is and how much we both into it. And then I think we quit our jobs around October, November 2019. December and January last week I shifted to Jaipur, and and I think we launched the first box in February. So it was a very quick, things were taking place, it was like meant to be kind of a thing. So the initial thought was not like the first thing, we want to do subscription boxes. The initial thought was to come together to make a platform for homegrown brands and promote and it was more about like when the more we discovered, the more we discussed and brainstormed and thought, and that's when the sustainability angle came in, and that's when the idea of subscription boxes, we literally researched so much that does something like this exist already in India. And the other thing, we were so wanted to launch it so soon because everybody's constantly doing something new. We were like, I hope nobody launches this before we do, because you never know. We're such a big country and everybody is doing great things. Like everybody is doing amazing things, and you don't want like, oh, someone like this was already doing it. So maybe that was another drive for us to make this happen faster.
You've kept saying subscription boxes. You've talked about sustainability, which means you yourselves believe in sustainability, believe in products that you use in your personal lives as well, that are sustainable, that are organic, that are recycled, upcycled. Also, ensuring that wastage is like absolutely at the least. Wastage is in the least. So first, let's start with why the name Verth, Verth. It's not the conventional pronunciation or spelling of the word worth, but it's Verth. Tell us, Shreya.
So I'll tell you a little.
Let Renata tell the story.
Okay.
So, it's something very simple, but still a very deep meaning to it. Verth in French means green, Vert. But we together as human beings, as a race, we are Earth. So we together form this life on Earth. And that's where Verth, that wordplay comes in. And that's what we want to do. Together, we can change the way we are living our lives. And with Verth, that's the ideology.
Nice. Very sweet. Very sweet. Okay, so now
It's
tell
like
me about...
We are Earth into Worth.
Yeah, I know. I like the wordplay. Really like it. Now, tell me about the sustainability aspect of the brand. What is the angle? This is actually your main theme. And then we will come to the fact that it is a subscription box. So how can I actually subscribe to your box? We'll come to that. But first, tell me about the sustainability aspect of the brand.
So coming to sustainability, the first things, there were two things that we need to do in this marketplace or with consumers. First, awareness about the alternatives that are available, and secondly, make them affordable. So
Right.
like bridging those two major gaps, or solving addressing to these two major things. So first thing with the subscription box that helps is it introduces to you new alternatives. You buy in bundle, so there's only single shipments, so which means less delivery and less carbon footprint, less packaging that's been used. And then you have introduction to 5 to 6 new brands that you can explore. You get to explore at a very lesser amount that you would have paid in individually buying these alternatives.
Sure.
So that's how it combines being, and we have tried to be very particular to daily utilities and personal care. So something that doesn't go too particular on someone's choice and preferences.
Right.
It's also a very gender neutral box. So both a boy, a girl, a man, a woman, everybody can enjoy it. It's not something that's specific to a particular person. So that gives us a wider audience to reach as well.
Absolutely. Now let's come to the box itself. Tell me, what do you offer in this box? And where do you pick the products to form this box?
So a box is a mix of both daily essentials as well as personal care products. It's something as simple as like a natural loofah, which is also a torai, which is a vegetable in Hindi that's dried up, and we can use it as a sponge to clean our skin.
Yes.
Something like a shampoo bar, lip balm, which is made with beeswax, something as simple as a bamboo toothbrush. We have stuff like this. Every alternate month, we come up with a new curation. And the idea is to introduce people to new alternatives to otherwise plastic products that you are using in your daily lives. So that's the basic idea. And we get them from all across India, from different small brands who are just starting off or who already been in the business, or from homegrown brands as well. So we curate
That's
from
nice.
various places and locations.
So there are two things I can look at when I come to your website. One is, of course, all the products are sustainable. Two, I'm also introduced to so many brands and so many initiatives that are happening across the country. And that's really good, because you become then one marketplace in itself. Your brand, your platform becomes a marketplace in itself, where I can discover so many new brands that exist in the market even otherwise. And it just kind of reinstates faith, and also faith in basically the dream and the goal that I think many of us are learning to have, is to kind of live a sustainable life. I want to learn more about, we can also customize this box, right, Shreya?
Yes,
Renata?
yes.
Yeah.
So
So if I have to,
initially
so if
when
there
we
are, sorry, both of us are talking together.
You
So
go
if
ahead.
there are like a range of products I can choose from, what is the range currently y'all are dealing in?
Range in terms of product availabilities you're talking about?
No, what other than the bamboo brushes and say, for instance, a loofah, what are other products that y'all
So
provide in a box?
we also have, as we said, we also like to support small businesses, homegrown brands. So we also have products from the artisans from Jaipur itself, which are your blue pottery, which is very famous from Jaipur. So we have blue pottery
Yes.
coasters. For Diwali, we will be doing blue pottery diyas. So this helps to give them also a regular business. And if we get like
Sure.
bulk corporate orders for Diwali and stuff, so it's like a huge, and it feels so great to be giving business to smaller business just like us, but someone who entirely their life depend upon it. So that's a great feeling in itself. When you grow, we also make so many other brands grow with us.
Sure, that's beautiful. What are some of your future plans? Where do you see the subscription box is going to go from here? First of all, are people comfortable with the subscription box, or do they come up with requests like, can I just have two products in the box? Can I just have just one single product, so I don't need the entire box? How do you work around that?
So initially when we launched, go ahead.
No, I was just saying that in the beginning when we launched, just as a subscription box, we spoke about our plans that you could try one box or you could get 3 boxes or 6 boxes as a subscription model works. But people did not immediately understand that they would be getting different boxes every alternate month. Some people got back to us saying that, oh, I bought this. Am I going to get 3 boxes of the same kind? Or we even got queries that we already own a metal straw set. I don't want another one. So can I replace this with something else? So that's when we came up with the make your own box section, where we have like a variety of different products, all the way from coconut coir scrub to organic dishwashing soaps to something like a body scrub. And there are like various different uses of the products that we have. It's just that we want to give people options that they would otherwise not think of by themselves. If they would just see the make your own box section and be like, oh, this is also something I can change to. So that is
nice. Yeah. So I have seen you have steel straws that come with, the brushes, so you can keep them clean too. Then you have bamboo brushes. Then you have, what else do you have? Name, say 5 to 7 more items.
Yeah, we have some deodorant sticks. We have deodorants in a small tab as well that you can carry everywhere. There's like a tote bag that's foldable and you can carry that as well everywhere you go. There are diaries that are made out of block print fabric. And as I'm talking about fabric, we also reuse and upcycle scrap fabric to turn them into accessories that can be carried around, like wallets and tote bags and scrunchies and hairbands and stuff.
So
nice.
That's something we've been doing in-house. Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. So there's a lot to look forward to through the subscription box of Worth. And I'm sure it's going to be worth it if we are serious about becoming sustainable and also making our planet a lot more greener, because that is really today's dire need for not just the earth, more for us than the earth, really. If our life and sustainability needs to be protected, then we need to go down this road clearly. So are you girls ready for the questions?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's called the quick fire round. Okay. Shreya, let's start with you. What was the last movie you watched on an OTT platform recently?
Recently. I think I watched The Kissing Booth 3. Oh my god, I don't know.
You did. Did you like it?
It was okay. I think I just watched it out of boredom.
Okay, Renata, two of your favorite international pop stars of today.
Right now, I think Beyonce is someone I really look up to, and even Priyanka Chopra, the way she's taken India to
Ooh.
an international level, that's something. And she's
Okay.
also running a sustainable brand of her own, so that's something I really like.
Absolutely. Okay, moving back to Shreya. What's your favorite book, Shreya? Something that has left an imprint, or maybe something you're reading right now?
Not reading something currently, but I've like the last book that I read was Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Okay.
It's a great insight. It gives you a great insight from two different perspectives for anybody who wants to get into business or looking up to how to change their life. Or it has a lot of knowledge to it.
Nice. Okay, Renata, traveling is kind of opening up little by little, but we've always had our bucket lists. So if I have to ask you top 2 travel destinations on your bucket list, what would they be?
I'm going to say this with conviction that Philippines was at the top of my list before the lockdown happened. I had my tickets booked and it was cancelled, so that's on the top of my list. And the Northeast in India, because there's so much to explore there. Even though you go there once, twice, there's still more to look forward to. So these
Right. That's beautiful. Oh my God. Okay. Shreya, who was your childhood celebrity crush?
Okay, childhood, maybe Ritik. I don't even remember. Okay, Ritik.
What about you, Renata?
That's so cute. I think the last I remember was Ranbir Kapoor in college and school. We were like all gaga over him, and even today when his movies come out, we're like, wow.
Ooh. Okay. Coming to Renata, what's your favorite word? A word you use very often, Renata.
Like if I use it more often. My favorite word that I would use in the day-to-day basis would be I don't know, like cool is something we say very often as millennial people, but serendipity is a beautiful word. Everything that happens by chance and happens beautifully. So that's something.
Nice. Okay. Shreya, if you were to be a comic superhero for one day, who would it be and why?
Okay, it's comic superhero. I would like to be Shreya Kothari itself. I wanted to be a comedian, do stand up. Like I did my first semi stand up on my best friend's wedding. So yeah, I think I would like to be the comedian Shreya Kothari.
Oh my. Okay. If there was one thing, Renata, you were given a choice to eat for a whole week, what would it be?
Lasagna. I don't know that and like I'm just craving lasagna from a long time. So
Okay. Shreya, what's your favorite time of the day?
Favorite time? I think when I'm working, I'm someone who loves to have a very productive day. I think it's a very slow or not a very happening day when I don't have a lot to work on. So yeah.
So almost through the day, morning to say early evening or whatever. Okay.
Yeah. I like
Renata,
that people want to get up with a lot of work mails.
wow. You're the first person I've met who said that. The one statement everybody else abhors. Okay. Renata, what's your favorite beverage?
I love kombucha. I make my own kombucha and I think it's such a refreshing drink. So that's something I love.
Cool. And the last question is for both of you. What's the one thing you're excited about that's coming up in 2021?
There's so much to look forward to. I think every day, so much is opening up after these last 2 years, year and a half, where we've been in our homes under lockdown. Every day, there's something new to look forward to. So there's not a one particular event, but I think one day at a time for us.
Nice. What about you, Shreya?
I think we're also looking forward to move into a bigger space to make it like our own workstation and place. That's something in process, something we really need to do soon. So that is one thing we're really looking forward to. Hiring more people with us. Yes.
Lovely. Thank you so much, Shreya Kothari and Renata Millett of Worth. You are the founders of a brand which is looking to, break barriers, set up new trends, and you are also making people more and more aware about sustainability. It's a beautiful job you're doing through your brand. Thank you so much for your time and your conversation with me. Keep slaying it.
Thank you,
Thank
Annie.
you so
Thank you
much,
for having
Annie, for
us.
having us. It was
This
really
is
nice talking to you.
One world, your station.